Today, I would like to discuss the current situation and future prospects of Mullen. I will analyze some recent data points and events to provide insights into what might lie ahead. Let's delve into the details. Hey guys, welcome to Mullen Daily Update. In today's video, we will talk about Mullen Future Update. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads, and also enter our giveaway. Please remember, this is not a financial advice video. During today's trading day, Mullen experienced a decline of 6.68%. It reached a low of approximately 68.04 cents, which was very close to its new 52-week and all-time low. However, the stock managed to bounce back from this level and trended higher. Normally, when a stock rebounds strongly from a support level, it is considered a positive sign indicating a potential upward trend. Unfortunately, for Mullen, there are several factors working against it at the moment. Let's break them down. In after-hours trading, Mullen stock declined by 1.61%. Regarding short-selling activity, let me provide a brief overview. Short interest increased by 458.52k shares, representing 24.83% of the free float. However, it's important to note that this figure may not be entirely accurate. It should be around 21%, which I will explain shortly. On the other hand, the accurate number is 40.45 million shares being shorted. The discrepancy in the percentage arises because Ortex, a data provider, only considers the current outstanding shares at 172.51 million that are being shorted. However, according to the recent documentation, as of June 1st, there were 218.3 million outstanding shares. This information provides us with additional insight into Mullen's activities, such as dilution. An informative tweet by Expired simplifies this information for easy understanding. On April 13th, there were 3.79 billion outstanding shares. This was already known. Subsequently, on May 12th, a document indicated that there were 172 million outstanding shares. Taking into account the 25-to-1 reverse split that occurred between April 13th and May 12th, the pre-split number of outstanding shares equates to 4.3 billion. Since May 12th, there has been a lack of information. Today, we finally discovered that there are 218.5 million outstanding shares as of June 1st, which amounts to 5.46 billion overall, considering the pre-split numbers. This revelation comes as a shock, as it implies that Mullen is diluting nearly 1 billion shares each month. Moreover, recent events suggest that they could potentially issue up to 5 billion shares in total due to the reverse split. This aligns with what I mentioned earlier in a previous shareholder meeting in January, where I speculated that the worst-case scenario would involve a reverse split followed by dilution. It seems that this is precisely what transpired. Unfortunately, this series of actions has eroded trust in Mullen's management. In the short term, Lawrence was expected to be a saving grace, but he has disappointed many individuals, whether it is within his control or not. The lack of significant news despite the promise of a major announcement on Tuesday has further frustrated investors, who have already endured numerous broken promises from David, the CEO. The false promises of a Fortune 500 company partnership and Dell PAC have had a detrimental impact on sentiment. Lawrence was seen as a potential savior for Mullen, but his impact seems to be falling short. As of now, there has been no news from Mullen, the LLC, or Lawrence. Instead, we received an SEC filing that was far from desirable. Shorts are capitalizing on this situation as expected. However, it is worth noting that some level of dilution is justified for pre-production and pre-revenue companies. The key aspect to watch for is whether these companies utilize the raised funds effectively. Are they squandering the money on unnecessary expenses and high salaries? This question will likely be answered when Mullen submits its Q2 earnings in August. On a positive note, Mullen's Twitter account shared a post showcasing the functionality of the M1 and M3 vehicles. This indicates that they are actively working behind the scenes to generate revenue and attract commercial interest. David's plan seems to focus on these revenue-generating sources, which could explain the decision to postpone the M5. The success of these expos and the production of the M3 will heavily impact Mullen's future. However, it's unclear how many vehicles they can produce at the moment. MG currently has 250 units, and there are approximately 1,000 tentatively completed through Randy Marion. There is significant demand for both of these products. Yet, I suspect there may be a supply chain issue that is causing delays in M1 production. This hypothesis is based on a Twitter Spaces call in which Dan Sanchez, Mullen's investor relations representative, mentioned chip problems and the need for patience. This aligns with the supply chain challenges faced by many smaller companies in the EV sector and other industries. Moving on to options activity, today we observed 196,000 call premiums and an unusually high number of 151,000 puts being purchased. Typically, shorts hedge their bets with call options, but the surge in put purchases suggests that investors anticipate Mullen's stock to continue its downward trend. However, it's important to remember that options activity only represents settlements and does not directly impact stock prices. Another noteworthy observation is that significant institutional investors have not been showing the same level of interest in Mullen as they previously did. This could indicate that they are waiting for production milestones before re-engaging with the company. In conclusion, Mullen investors find themselves in a challenging situation. The period leading up to July, when M3 production begins, may feel like an eternity. Without positive news, the stock could potentially continue its downward trajectory, reaching the 50-cent range. Technical analysis suggests that stocks require fundamental justification to rise, and the absence of solid news from Lawrence, who is seen as a potential catalyst, adds to the uncertainty. However, there is still optimism among some investors that significant developments are on the horizon. Nonetheless, it is crucial to conduct thorough due diligence and consider all aspects of an investment, including the good, the bad, and the ugly. This knowledge will enable you to make informed decisions not only regarding Mullen, but also in your future investments. The expos and the production of the M3 hold promise for Mullen's future, but the supply chain challenges and the company's history of broken promises should be carefully considered. Guys, that's all we have for you today. What are your thoughts on Mullen? Thank you for watching.